it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick, kick, kick it, kick, kick it, kick, kick, kick it, 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 kick it. That's right. We are here, Black Power Media. Just warming it up. I go by the name of the Ear Doctor. We got a whole lot coming for you right here on Black Power Media. We got some dope shows coming your way. We got our Mix What I Like with my man, Dr. Jared Ball. Kick it. Kick it. Kick it. We got another dope show coming up. It's called The Last Dope Intellect with Dr. CBS. They will be in the building. We got Lecumination also coming up. Dope couple talk about everything. We got another show called Disrupt the Chaos with Rosa Clemente. And don't forget, we also got Renegade Culture with Kalanji Jamachanga, Kamal Franklin, and yours truly, the Ear Doctor. So stay tuned. We got a lot more other shows coming to you. We're going to give you that media that you've been waiting for, that Black Power Media. Let's get it.
You listening to the Ear Doctor, okay?
So I'm just warming it up right here, right now. Like I said, we got a whole lot coming. We got a dope shows for y'all. I'm just gonna be rocking some instrumentals, talking a little this and that. Got some dope producer friends that's lacing it. So enjoy. You know, this is that thinking music. Let's go. What's up? What's up, people out there? I see Gary Irvin, T Breezy. Big up. Lay Bugs, what's good? Yeah, we got DJs now. Ear Doctor in the building. Like I said, we're gonna rock some instrumentals and everybody get up in the building, and then we're gonna give y'all what y'all been waiting for.
You listening to the Ear Doctor, okay?
Big up to all my people that's signing in right here, right now. Once again, I go by the name of the Ear Doctor, part of Renegade Culture. Like I said, we got some dope shows. I mix what I like, Dr. Jared Ball, The Last Dope Intellect, Dr. CBS, Disrupt the Chaos, Rosa Clemente, Luke Nation, and also, once again, Renegade Culture with Kamal, Kalanji, and the Ear Doctor. And big up to Minister Server, big up to Ja, the whole crew. You know how we do. Oh, we gotta give love to Minister Server, no doubt. I said Minister. We're gonna have a party tonight, y'all. This is a launch. This is a celebration. We finally about to have what we need to have, our own media, our own narrative. We controlling that right here. And with y'all support, we're gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean?
All right. What's up, good people?
Yeah.
What up?
What up?
What it be like?
Look at all these beautiful people up here. All these crazy radical Africans. What's going on, good people?
We good.
Throwing kisses to the crowd, B. Throwing kisses to the crowd.
Okay. Quite the charming fella.
I try.
Oh. Dr. Chajuwa's in the building as well.
Okay.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. So what are we doing, good people? What is the plan? What is happening? What is Black Power Media? What are we doing?
We're gonna stir some trouble.
We're gonna start some shit.
That's right.
Try not to get indicted.
Yeah.
We're gonna educate the people.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like we the Black Brady Bunch right now with these.
That 5 a little bit.
You Alice. Nah, we
Not early, huh?
we ain't gonna start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet. Okay.
We got Jesus on top up there with the sun behind him.
Hey,
Hey,
shining.
True that. True.
He's
good to be here. Good to be here.
No, it's good to see everybody. I know, just so everybody is clear, what the short of it is, what we're doing is we're merging, we're building a collective where all of the shows and more that you see represented on the screen will be housed on the Black Power Media channel. And we will look to create the B-span concept we've been joking about here, the 24-hour Black C-span or whatever have you, but from a perspective that goes decidedly left of where most of conversations in media we get projected to us go. So, I turned it over. Kamal, Kalanji, the initial merger was iMiXWHATiLiKE and Renegade Culture. We immediately tried to expand that, and you see it in front of you. Either you want to take over, or Ear Doctor want to talk a little bit more about some of the origins of this and what's actually coming next.
We'll go ahead and let Kamal. I did talk with my hands. Go ahead, Kamal.
All right, all right.
That. True. Well, so we had some conversations in the background, and I think we all were on the same page of what we're missing. I think, as several people have alluded to, is the control over our narrative as a people. What we're missing is the ability to tell our story, to give our insight, to give an analysis. And what we thought we could do by bringing together Black Power Media was to create a base of operations and support to start doing that. And not only to start telling stories and giving insight, but at some point, because we have big dreams and we think we can do these dreams, particularly with these folks here, we want to hire reporters. We want to be on the scene of events. We want to go to other countries. We want to travel around the globe and report for everybody about what's happening in our community, who our heroes are, who our sheroes are, who are the people we need to respect and admire, who is selling us out, right? We will undoubtedly be telling the truth, because that's what this network is about. It's about filling in the blanks for our folks around who is really with us, who is on the other side of the table, who these conservatives and liberals are that are selling us out on a moment's notice, and who our real people are who are out in these streets doing that real work that we need to support, and what are the issues that we need to get behind. So I think Black Power Media is a coming together of people who have some similar ideas and thoughts, and something that's going to take us a place where our folks haven't gone before, where we're going to be able to tell our own story, project our own images, and tell our own narrative. So for me, that's what Black Power Media is.
Word. Yeah. Man, I like to start off, respecting, the universe. So I'd like to start off by saying, rest in piss, Rush Limbaugh. Definitely like to say rest in piss to Rush Limbaugh.
Check it. Ronald Reagan died during my wedding.
Word.
So Rush Limbaugh dies during the launch of another beautiful project that I'm involved with.
Yes, during
Forces of the universe coming together.
It's a perfect day for Black Power Media to launch. we started off, one thing as organizers, our efforts are always to pay homage to our ancestors. So today, as we all know, today would have been UEP Newton born date. Is also the day that Khaled Abdul Muhammad made his transition. So it was only fitting that someone reached from the grave and pulled Rush Limbaugh monkey ass out there too. So we're absolutely excited. I mean, the universe couldn't have been more, in line with our reality than it is right now. This is a beautiful thing. We respect, all the brothers and sisters up here, your works and your efforts, and it's an honor to walk amongst you all. You know what I mean? And we're looking forward to to advancing, not just as far as YouTube and all of that, but as far as Black media as a whole. Yeah. So our goal is to eventually have a 24-hour media network where we can, give them the business and let folks know what time it is, man.
Right on.
That's right.
So I don't know I don't know who else wants to jump in, or how, if I'm supposed to be playing moderator and host the entire way through, which is all good, but to that end, let me respect the elder in the group on the screen so far, and Professor Chajiwa, bring you up. Welcome. Appreciate you. Come out, white. You never know.
Yeah. We might have to investigate this. We'll roll with it. We're
gonna have our own birth certificate inquiry.
Don't go by the length of the beard.
That's right. Yeah, because Kamal don't look a day under 70.
You know what I'm saying?
So, we good.
Anyway, well, since I called you out anyway, one of the reasons why we definitely wanted to reach out to you is your long standing in Black studies, your media work, your column writing, in particular for me, selfishly, your connection to Black left scholarship, and trying to bring that to the platform and having room for more of that to be exposed and to grow and develop. So, first of all, welcome, and anything that you would want to share, please do so.
It's a pleasure and an honor to share a platform with the brothers and sisters here, people that I respect. And what I'm going to try and bring is an emphasis on a historical perspective, that we're going to dive deep. We're going to do the deep story of the Black experience. So we're going to dive into historical events. We're going to look at those defining moments, and we're going to really emphasize the classical scholarship. Right? We'll do some of the new emerging stuff, but I really want to put a focus on the Black intellectual tradition, particularly as it manifests itself in what Sister Sharice calls radical Blackness.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, right on.
Speaking
of, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Who's chiming in?
I'm saying that's what's up. I mean, that's what we're looking to do.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna turn to you. We get two Luke Mans for the price of one. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, welcome. Is personally, again, selfishly, I love that we get to work together, and more officially, we appreciate for a long time the work that you all do. Luke Ma Nation coming to the crew. Talk a little bit about, for those who aren't already aware. And we do encourage people. We see you signing up, becoming members. Please do, because as you see, the channel, as we've been promising, is expanding almost faster than we can keep up with. So all of your support will go to build all of this out. But Luke Ma Nation, what are we going to get with that?
Well, look, Jackie and I, we're the media assassins. We're the ones that's we go there, man. We about, you give us a mission. We're going to go out there, man, and blow up the bridges, man. We're going to go behind enemy lines. I mean, we're just going to take it to them, man. I mean, when we got into this venture about, several years ago?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
About 6 years ago? Our mission was that, and what our goal still is, and that's why we're so very excited to be amongst, man, what we consider, man, men among men and women among women. is the fact that we knew that there was a void, and we knew that the divinely melanated masses was not being included in the in this information sphere. So Jackie and I, we was like, you know what, the universe, the creator has blessed us with some insight, has blessed us to vibe on certain vibrations, man. And we was like, we're gonna bring that, man, to the divinely melanated. And we wasn't looking for nothing, man, but to tell the truth. And that's what we're still looking for. And we made some enemies along the way, but we also picked up, man, some friends along the way. And so that's what you're gonna get with us, man. We unapologetic all the way, man. We're gonna tell
you clearly made the right enemies. That's how we all linked up.
Yeah,
that's it. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, we kind of cover the spectrum from electoral politics and what it really means, translating, cutting through the bullshit, dealing with the policy, what it really means to especially working class, poor and oppressed folk, Black, brown folk, and really a serious anti-imperialist, anti-classist, international perspective on domestic issues, international issues, entertainment, the bullshit behind that. And occasionally we're just goofy as hell because we just don't know what else to do. So.
Yep. You don't know where we're going to.
Well, speaking of not knowing what to expect, Dr. CBS, you've been burning it up. We are definitely appreciative to have you, the last dope intellectual. We just wrapped episode 3 today, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Please make sure you're here for that drop. What do you expect as part of this collective, or what would you like to see us do, or what do you see our role being?
Well, I feel like academics have a bad rap for good reason. I think that the niggerati absolutely deserves a bad fucking rap.
That's my favorite word, niggerati.
Okay, we absolutely deserve it. And so, in the spirit of what Walter Rodney calls being a guerrilla scholar, a guerrilla intellectual, I think that myself and of course Dr. Chajua, one of my babas, is we want to sort of show that there are a few sort of maroon spaces, if you will, in the academy where we're still trying to do the work, where we're trying to democratize knowledge. We're trying to do the work that has been subjected to intellectual McCarthyism, that is marginalized because the bourgeois Negroes have been pushed to the front and center, and indeed have chased the center doggedly, right, to get rich or die trying, if you will. And so I think that with the last dope intellectual, I simply want to lift up the tradition of radical Blackness that was the foundation of Black studies, and that still permeates in small pockets in the academy. And, just offer, just like, Luke Ma Nation, offer just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some book reviews, some interviews, some shooting the shit with you, Jared, and some other types of, some other segments like History of the Present, where, I bring in historical quotes and relate them to today. And so just talking that radical shit, talking that Black studies shit, period. So.
You know what I'm saying?
And they asked for it.
As I was gonna say, they asked for it. That's how we do. You ask for it, you get it.
Okay, they asked for the air horn. Okay.
Yeah, they asked for specifically for Dr. CBS. The Dr.
Oh, and let me just address somebody in the comment talking that rah talk about ain't no young people on here.
What?
Listen, I got at least a decade separating me and my crew. No offense to anybody, but
That's true.
I'm still,
you're a young person.
But I'm down here. But I do think that, of course, this is just the beginning of the channel. As Black Power Media expands, we would love to have a younger perspective, perhaps high school kids, perhaps, young organizers, undergraduates, people's in their teens and 20s. And so we would love to see, expand in that direction, and also maybe get some octogenarians, right? Du Bois certainly could have been the only radical 80-year-old, right? I'm sure they're out there. So I think that, this is the ways in which the sort of forces came together at this moment. But I do hope that, you know, and I believe that we'll have a myriad different perspectives across ages, across genders and sexualities, and not in no liberal representational way, in a way that we're all out
Thank
here,
you.
we're all struggling, and we all have something to say about, you know, our historical task and what the current conditions actually are, because you know, we fucked up out here. It's a lot going on, and there's a lot to do. And so I think that there's a whole bunch of different structural locations, as I call them, that have something to say about what's going on in the world. So.
Hey, and given today is Huey Newton's birthday, I mean, if
That's
the
right.
story is correct, I mean, you know, you start with who you're working with. So Huey and Bobby didn't stop and say, well, let's go find a youngin' before we build the next, you know, they started with who they were with. So we are planning to expand.
Period.
I saw a suggestion in here that was a great one about, at least for me, about 2 Black. You know, we are going to reach out to folks and look to expand. And we are constantly, and that's why we're asking you all to support the project. Anyway, my bad, Kalanji, go ahead. And then we see Sister Rosa has entered. So we'll invite her up too. But go ahead. Yeah.
I ain't going to take up too much time. Definitely, for the folks that's looking for the young folks, I say this. First of all, you know, we just look like this. We some bad motherfuckers. And we real young compared to a lot of our ancestors, elders, and so on and so forth.
We got a bunch of Benjamin Buttons on here.
No doubt, no doubt.
Your ideas.
Yeah, I just look like this. But anyway, check it. I want to point out one thing that's very important. Please subscribe to the channel, number one, but also help us to promote this, because folks are always talking about what we don't have. We can't promote this shit ourselves. We need the masses to make this thing happen. So yes, we're absolutely looking for more young folks. We have some young folks that we're grooming here in the Atlanta area, and we're looking at some folks from around the country and around the world. So, you know, don't just come talking about what we don't have. Help us get what we need to get, and we can go where we need to go. Dig?
Right on. Hey, well, Rosa, welcome. Yeah, Doctor. Rosa, welcome. We're glad to have you join the crew. You brought Disrupt the Chaos over, and that will soon be uploading and presenting on the channel. And you're developing another project that will hit when time permits, and that dissertation is done. But Rosa, welcome to the crew. And what would you expect or want to have happen with this collective? Why do you think it's necessary, or what brings you to it?
Well, thank you. You know, Kalanji and Jarrett, and hi, Kamal too. Kamal always has really good ideas. We should listen to him more, but no, it's like we should, but we don't for a reason.
Good idea.
But you know, Kamal, come on. I've known you the longest out of everybody. I respect everybody here. Thank you to our elders. Thank you for the vision. I'm just happy to see it. I think Jared and I have been having this type of conversation for, I don't know, 15 since me and Cynthia ran.
Yeah.
You know, and y'all made it happen. And I'm just grateful to be part of it. I'm looking forward to learning from everybody and, you know, being more purposeful in the things I support and the things that are more important to me right now, which is definitely smashing this capitalism. Because I mean, and I'll end here, and I think this is why this space is so necessary. You know, my husband, Justice, just was like, yo, I'm burnt out. He's a so-called essential worker, i.e. sacrificial worker, you know? And now that these schools are opening up, or they're making teachers open them, like, and the COVID and the Latino community has skyrocketed 1,000% in California, like, and of course, as a Puerto Rican, you know, and our PPs, all of it. It's just like time is real precious right now when you're getting a little older. And I've been trying to be real introspective and purposeful with my time. And I'm glad that the movie's out, that people are doing what they need to do with it or whatever they're going to do with it, that it now allows me like a lot of time to be part of this. So I'm super grateful. And I'm just excited to be able to finally listen to politics of freedom as opposed to trauma every day.
Period.
Yeah, word up. I mean, really. I mean, selfishly, I was wanting to, you know, help push this along just because I'm tired of turning stuff on. I mean, stuff I used to want to rock with that doesn't do what we needed to do anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the options, you know, it seems like with all the stuff happening on online and in the internet, there still seems at the same time to be a wildly limited range of options for people with the kind of politics associated on this screen. You know, I don't have anything, you know, anybody want to jump in? I mean, with anything next?
Well,
I mean, in terms, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that and you know, one of the things that I hope that especially a lot of our younger viewers out there would understand is that one of the things that we would like to shatter is you know, this concept of division, you know, this whole thing of division. And we know that part of the COINTELPRO program was to separate the young from the old, and you know, and to put a division between the younger members of our group and the elders, and have it at odds, because you know, if they can achieve that, then you know, we'll be, you know, running up the hamster wheel like we're doing now by, you know, well, I can't relate to them, we can't relate to them. So we have to understand when we're being played. We have to understand when we are perpetrating ideas that really didn't come from us. I mean, we're African people, and our African culture, you know, respecting your elders is, you know, is basic. So, you know, so we have to understand the virus of Americanism and realize when we're infected with that. So one of the things that we're trying to do here, hopefully at the Black Power media, is that we like to educate, and I'm glad that the brother said that, you know, bringing that the intellectual part, right? Because we've all been affected with that germ and don't understand why we think the way we think, and nobody's going to show that to us but us.
No doubt. And the cool thing is that we here in DC, because everybody comes to DC to protest for obvious reasons. So, you know, we've been in some type of organization doing some type of thing in the community since, you know, we've been together as a unit, you know, for pretty much 7 years. And, you know, we've had to learn the lesson that while, you know, we have some experience behind us, the young have the energy, they got the better
Yes,
music.
we learned that the hard way, didn't we?
And we listen, it's great to go out and protest and be in the streets, and that's we got to do that, and we're glad to support. We'll be out there and rock with anybody, but you know, I might not be able to chase you, but if I catch you, I'll catch you.
But also too, and I'll just say this real briefly, but also the enemy that we're going up against, they use all their resources. And so that's what we have to be. But we can't, in this fight, we're fighting for our very survival. We can't afford to leave anybody out of this fight.
That's right.
So this is what
and to that point, Goddess Crew, you're wrong. Jamel Hill was about to be, her show's joining us next. We just didn't have that announcement ready for the night.
Hey,
Jamel Hill ain't fucking with our worst shit. Like shit coming out here. She don't want no period. It's a no.
Hey, man.
Oh man, it's rough. It's rough. Anyway, I just thought that was, you know. Anyway. Oh wow.
And we just start slinking down the thing like
Shots
fired.
Okay, so I have a question that I could pose to people. So, you know, who would y'all like to see brought on to Black Power Media? So I'll start first. I would love to have Bev Springer, the homie. He is the host of Groundings podcast right now. That's the podcast of the Walter Rodney Foundation, but does so much more. An amazing thinker, and he's one of the youngest. He's in his early 20s, but has better analysis than 95% of the people in the academy I've seen. And so I would love for him to either have a monthly show, a weekly show, to bring him on for sure. So that's
absolutely
my vote.
Absolutely, I would second that vote in a heartbeat. Absolutely. Brother Darren, first of all, thanks again for joining us for that great interview about Jailhouse Lawyers the other day. Please check that out at the Black Power Media page. And I second that. Dr. Joy James, who, you know, she might be showing up soon. She's been reached out to, and she has, you know, she's been on certainly my own previous platforms and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I second that one as well. But that's a good question. Anybody else? Who
Even
should we
though I
want
don't know
to
if they want to have a show like I love to get like I don't know if Druba's got to, he's gonna kill me for saying this, but whether or not, you know, he can stay on point long enough to direct the show. But I like to see one of the ex-Panthers or one of the ex-PPs, like Jaleel we just had on, like somebody who can always give us that sort of historical analysis and team them up with somebody on the younger end who's out there in the streets today kind of doing work. So I would love to see that kind of sort of intergenerational flair. You know, in the meantime, you know, before we get somebody in the 20s, I think I'm the closest to that. So I will step in, obviously, and represent the early 20s and stuff like that. So, you know, so no need to placate or worry about that, y'all. We got that covered.
I would love to see, speaking of that, his nephews at the Hella Black.
Black.
I would love to see them team up on this platform. That's a great idea.
I'm about to be on that podcast, I think later this month. The ones in the Bay in Oakland.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm about to
it's
be on there.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, let me also, before I forget, Dr. and I know she's in the chat, Iyeli Ishile, we trying to get you on here, sis. You need a show.
She already knows.
We need that spiritual, that mind, body, spirit connect. We need your expertise on this show. So I'm on your head. I'm in your DMs on you to start your show.
Yep, we working on that. Absolutely. That's perfect.
What all part of the countries are we coming from? I know we here in Atlanta right here. I heard
I'm in Africa.
You look like you're in your shower, brother. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I actually am. You know what I'm saying? But since I'm joking. But since Kamal is the closest one to the 1920s, we're gonna make sure that he team up with somebody young, man. We working on that right now, brother. I'm glad you pointed it out.
I'll team up with you. Come out.
Rose said she clean up too. That's all right.
I'm in Chicago.
Yep, we're in
Central Illinois.
We're in the bunker in DC.
Okay.
Right, and I'm in Maryland, in between DC and Baltimore, right up that 90, right in the middle on 95, right in the middle.
We call this RBG, Rap Brown, Georgia, in honor of Imam Jamil. In honor of Imam Jamil Alameen. That's where we at, broadcasting live.
Right.
But specifically, like I agree, like one of the reasons why I like the idea of Hella Black is because I would like to have some more West Coast folks on. Yeah, absolutely. And the goal, like one of my fantasy goals, not only in terms of people being brought on as hosts, is to be able to put reporters and stuff. You know, I think it's already been mentioned, so we can really get back to some of that investigative journalism traditions that have been squeezed out. Well, who else would you all want to see? I think it's a great question.
I'm in Albany.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's right. Rosie's up in Albany. Sorry about that.
Big to talk about. It's only like 1 degree, and it's literally 1 degree right now. And we got to deal with Cuomo around the corner because I live right around the corner from the governor's mansion, and he might have to resign soon. So that's going to be real interesting if it goes down. But yeah, I'm in Albany, New York, and yeah, I don't want to have anybody on from the United States. I'm going international to Puerto Rico. I'm like, yo. Like, but the first crew I would want to have on is the feminist collective, Feminista Colectiva in Puerto Rico, because the femicide, we got the highest rate of women being killed in the Western Hemisphere in Puerto Rico. That really started in like the recession in 2008, then after the hurricanes, the earthquakes, before we ousted Ricardo Rosselló, the former governor, who's actually trying to come back to Puerto Rico right now and run again. It's like he's like Trump, but he might actually get to Puerto Rico and run again because of the exodus. So like, not only is that happening, the police in Puerto Rico are the most brutal police too of all 50 states and territories. So over 70% of them are corrupt or have been involved in trans violence or violence against women on the island. So that's what I want to do. I want to bring revolutionary folks that are in Puerto Rico, not the diaspora right now.
Hey, we've been reached out to from people in South America who want to support and help out too. So we
and
are
Jared,
definitely building.
Martha's going to be here. Martha Vega, Dr. Martha Moreno.
Right on.
She went to retire in Puerto Rico and went and started 2 organizations because that's what Martha does, right? And the new one, we've been having some good conversations. She's been talking about like I can't stand MSNBC. I'm like, stop watching that. I could give you like 20 shows you could listen to and watch. And I was like, no, you got to bring it all over. So I know you and
that's dope.
Talking about it.
That.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited about that.
I like to have a show or some on the ground coverage of what's happening in Haiti. Like I just think that perspective needs to be shared on a regular basis. So if we got somebody who's either in Haiti on a regular basis and somebody who wants to do a show or somebody who can report about what's happening on the ground, I think we really need serious coverage of that. I think Haiti is always ground zero, so we need coverage of that.
Yeah. And I think that's true that, not just Haiti, but the connection to Africans on this piece of land, to every target of U.S. imperialism around the world where African or Afro-descended people are being targeted. And I feel like the sisters over at the All African Revolutionary People's Party, iMiXWHATiLiKE, they're just amazing analysis, clear anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist analysis. Dope folks. Ricky Ryan, I know she's in the chat.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Yeah, Ricky Ryan.
With the three of us get together and we just like, me and Dr. CBS, we get together and we just rip the shit to shreds. So I would love to see, a group of sisters to just come on and talk about these issues, talk about Haiti. Ricky is from the Caribbean. Talk about Africa, different places in the continent. iMiXWHATiLiKE is dope on that. So I would love to see that.
Southcom, Ricky Ryan at the forefront of analyzing Southcom.
Yes. Yeah. With that,
and the Indo-Pacific. Yep.
Yeah. The communists just came out with an article this week about Southcom and the impact of Southcom on the Caribbean. We need to make these connections between the hell we're going through here and the hell people who look like us are going through around the world. There's no other way to defeat this beast.
Right on. And by the way, shout out to African Esquire. We are working out some sort of partnership with her as well. So, anyway, we continue to work on it. Absolutely.
I want to make a suggestion also. We're sending a lot of suggestions in the chat room. So what you can do, send all of these folks a message and say, look, Black Power Media is looking for content. They're looking for folks who are serious about what they do. So come on and make that joint. We have a new website. It's blackpowermedia.org. Blackpowermedia.org. There's a page that you can actually, and we're still working on it. So you're not going to see all the content of the shows just yet before I get any emails from any of my comrades on this panel right. Not up there yet. So, but there's a contact form. There's an information form. Have them fill it out. You know what I mean? Help us out like that. We need Black Power Media is for us. You know what I mean? It's not a money-making scheme. You know what I mean? We're not like a lot of these other suckers out there. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be ambulance chasers. Yeah, like some of these other folks. I'm not naming no names because I don't want to offend anybody tonight.
Maybe tomorrow.
Look, he froze as he said that. He froze. Maybe tomorrow. He froze as he said that.
That's perfect.
Hey, you see how the state do it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Normally I'm none of.
Oh, the FBI hating. They hating.
Oh, Shante would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, he would be. He would be. All of these people would be great. So, again, like all the help is appreciated and would be put to good use. To Kamal's point, I mean, we do have. We can talk about it. We are engaging in the contradictions of monetized videos and advertising. But we do have we are making an attempt to revenue share and to from my perspective, humbly, since we all use these platforms, even when you don't monetize, you're creating wealth for these platforms and the people that own them. So from my humble point of view, yes, there is a contradiction with some of these ads running. But if we're providing free content for Google anyway, we should get something back that we can redistribute amongst ourselves to build this platform and this work. And B, so much of our content gets flagged by advertisers anyway that it gets put in the yellow lane and we get slowed down. So to one of the points, that someone raised already in the chat, we are already looking at other platforms to house our content. We already do have a Patreon page. We already do encourage people to become members of the channel so that little bit of revenue beyond the ads can be developed regardless of the slow lane we keep getting put in, because advertisers don't find our content to be of value. I mean, and nor will they. And so similarly, all the ways that you can support, including what Kalonji was saying about spreading the word, would be of great value here. So and we can continue to do more, hiring editors, producers, people that can help make everything look and sound better, put more people, more places, all of that stuff. We obviously have all of those, well, maybe not obviously, but I think we all have those interests and goals in mind, and we're just trying to think realistically. And the last thing I want to say for now on that is that we're also trying to build this in a way that doesn't tax any one of us unduly, given that most of us are doing it, all of us I think are doing this in addition to 1, 2, or 3 other jobs. So this is not what we're doing for or to sustain. We're doing this to produce and project what we don't see. So anyway, anyone else, any thoughts about any of that?
I just want to add quickly, because you mentioned the Patreon. So it's Black Power Media at Patreon, and that's the thing that's going to allow us also to do the stuff that Jared's talking about, build out this platform, provide jobs for our folks to do some of this international and domestic reporting, and really make sure that the analysis is secure, that we have the equipment we need, that again, we are bringing you the content that you can make sophisticated analysis and decisions on, and not that BS we get from corporate media, that you get from MSNBC, that you get from CNN, and you thinking that's the truth, or even some of these other people out here on these YouTube channels and so forth. So, come support like people who are doing investigative work, people who have facts on their side, people who are well-read, people who are well-studied, folks who care about the content that they put out. So please come support this, because this is the kind of thing that we need to start with. And we don't want to say too much about this next thing, but like we said, this is the beginning, and we're going to have another special announcement in about 2 weeks. That's going to be almost as big as this announcement. So y'all just keep it tuned. Y'all keep joining the subscriptions and all that kind of stuff, because there's more coming. There's more.
Yo, Ear Doctor, could we get a horn on that one?
I need a horn. How come I can't get a horn? Even Kalonji get a horn when he got frozen. I need a horn, B. What's going on with that?
My man, he mashed all of the sound effects.
He's like,
You know what, too? It's not just mainstream media. Like all this fake ass white left media. Like we really don't. Like, I know what to expect when I'm tuning in to CNN or MSNBC, but no.
That's a good
point.
Fake ass black left media too.
Oh, say it.
I'm still gonna say white left media. Right. I mean, because so many people, I don't know. I think we've all struggled with that, and especially in these times right now. And it's actually shameful because they purport a politic, like we already know what the mainstream media is about, so I think it's creating exactly what I've been hearing from a lot of younger folks, and two, as a Puerto Rican, a Black Puerto Rican woman, I've been talking to Jared now about this for like a couple of years around this, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, as you probably all have seen, this kind of now burgeoning of Afro or Black, Latino, Latinx. And I was telling Jared, like, if I just do a cursory search, because this is what I'm writing my dissertation on, all of a sudden, like, white Latinos are finding out that they're Black. No, they're finding there's money in that right now. Like Afro-Black thing right now is being branded, packaged, marketed, sold, and as a student of Dr. Vega, I went off there. I've been trying to be real nice, but I really worked hard to not always go off. But last week I read this post and I was like, nothing happens in this current time in the United States around that without putting Dr. Maita Moreno Vega, Humberto Brown, August Lau Montes, our elders, but Maita Ve, I was like, y'all need to put some respect on her name, right? Because she's the mother to all of us in this way, but it's just constant branding, marketing. And I'm like, yo, you mad white. Like, you've been saying you're white, like Latina. And then lastly, we've had to deal with two, what I call infiltrators. People don't want to call Jessica Krug and Natasha Bannon, who pretended for 15 years to be Puerto Rican. But I was like, it's not that this chick just lied. She went to leadership retreats with the CIA and actually has now done her job, which right now there are fissures in the Puerto Rican political community. I know our elders here can understand there's paranoia right now. Nobody knows who to trust. Nobody believes this person. And it's like she was in every space for 15 years and a lawyer on top of it and lied. And we've been dealing now with just, it seems like with Puerto Rico, I feel like many of people who might identify as African American, all of us as African descendants, but there's a special kind of devilishness against African American and Puerto Ricans because of this citizens of the United States. And I'm like, yo, they are buying our island. Like, their cryptocurrency is on Puerto Rico's island right now. People are losing land. 5,000 acres of land are being sold every week to like these young white boys who try to make their own town in Puerto Rico. They literally tried to make a town called Protopia and run on cryptocurrency on the island of Puerto Rico. And more of us are now off the island and we reside. There's more Puerto Ricans in the United States than on the island of Puerto Rico. And the white neoliberal fantasy of Puerto Rico becoming a state can never become a reality, and we need that. And that's also international solidarity, which I think we've all practiced.
The connectedness of everything, the connectedness of, like, here, we deal with gentrification that's happening in all our urban communities. Our folks are getting pushed out. There's like ethnic cleansing happening across the continent and the globe, where people are being moved off their homelands and their villages because folks see that there's precious minerals and resources and stuff that they want to grab, and they want to grab it always at our expense. And as opposed to, again, as having any media source that can report that and let us know who it is that we need to be rah-rahing at, who else we need to shut down, and what we need to do. Folks play the game, right? They play some of this domestic politics game where as long as you get your favorite liberal in, they shut up around international events. They don't talk about what's happening around the globe. And so we got to make sure that we're strong. And we didn't say too much about this. We got to have folks in the continent who are going to give us reports on what's happening on the homeland, because that's a source of our power that's trying to be taken away from us every day in any way. So that's the kind of stuff that we got to bust that out through our media sources and through the work that we do on the ground.
Yeah,
definitely. Hey, ear doctor, my bad, Jackie. Go ahead.
No, Jackie.
No,
ear doctor.
Yeah, you stop stepping on me.
He just know I'm supposed to get my horn. That's all. That was like a horn moment. I didn't get my horn again.
But ear doctor, get the horn ready because we've got a new announcement about to drop in a second. So get the horn ready. We got something brand new. Okay. They don't even know what's happening. That's how big this is. They don't even know. Go ahead, Jackie.
All right, really
make
quick.
them wait.
I don't want to get in the way of that, but to tie this to the cryptocurrency thing, a few years ago, we had to battle it out with some of those deluded white progressives about them saying that cryptocurrency was going to be the new way to fund the revolution and fund the movement. And we had to explain to these people, and of course they didn't listen, that anything that's based on this capitalist system, on U.S. banking, that has anything to do with the stock market, can never fund the revolution. And here we are. See, people slept on the Lukmans because, we haven't been in this too long, and we don't have a big following, and we didn't have a lot of followers and all this kind of stuff. But we were right about a lot of the stuff we talked about years ago that people were like, oh, those silly Lukmans and their little thing. Okay, then.
Well, check this out, everybody, because this is the beauty of at least as I see it, of what we're accomplishing here. That people put the word out, people have raised suggestions, and already during the launch, we have heard that the MC, the artist, the activist, the up and coming, maybe the next dope intellectual, No Name has reached out and said,
I was thinking about
to solve so many of these problems, why doesn't she start doing a monthly show called The Politics of Revolutionary Art, where she will interview artists and others that she works with, radicals and comrades of hers, and promote not only their work, but a more youthful and West Coast based edge to all of this. So even as we're sitting here, we are literally expanding and having solutions raised to our problems. And so, anyway, I think
Yeah, that's the hotness.
I gotta
Right.
break up my ass.
See, now y'all got two young people, me and No Name. What? What? And I rap too. What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You rap beautiful.
Oh yeah.
so anyway, I think that's dope, and I think it's dope that she was watching. I think that's dope that she wants to be involved. I think it's dope that she's responding to suggestions from the community. And so yeah, drop the horns. We did all of that. Look at that. Oh yeah. So anyway, I mean, to me, this is all very exciting. This is I mean, yeah, this is exactly how it's supposed to go.
Man,
and we haven't even got out the gate yet.
Yeah, this is really dope. We have another announcement that I'm on pins and needles about. Do we have to wait for it or what? do we have to wait for it or what?
Well, tell us now.
I mean,
I'm talking to my elders.
Don't freeze in the middle. Don't freeze in the middle. Like, get your connection straight before you make the announcement, please.
I think it's about to happen. Jared, check your text message, man, and
check my text message
and these other folks. Yeah,
real?
We gonna see if it's
we might
as well. Hey, let him do it. Let him do it. He can't hold it. He can't hold.
All right.
Go ahead, man. Do it. You ain't lying. Kalanji. Come on, man.
Okay. See, my heart is racing. I'm waiting for this thing to freeze, but it won't freeze. Anyway, we also want to make an announcement that not only do we have all these dope shows that starting in March, we will have a morning show, and it will be airing 5 days out the week.
Woo.
And the morning show will be called the Renegade Culture.
You froze, bro. You froze.
Hey, we're gonna have to get that Patreon.
Nobody heard the name of
we
this
get
show.
you a better internet.
It happened again.
Get this man a boost. Get this man an internet boost.
Wow.
Our first order of business.
Hey, listen. Hey, Dr. CBS, don't start that shit.
Yo, internet started enough with you, right?
Man, what you gonna do? What you gonna freeze on her?
What? He already froze again?
Let's get this Patreon going. We gotta help my brother out.
First Patreon money goes to get him some new
Anyway.
Say the name of the show.
The name of the show is called.
It's going to be a live morning show, and the name is going to be what?
Please take over.
The show is the remix. Look, shut up, Jesus. The name of the show is The Remix, and that will be iMiXWHATiLiKE and Renegade Culture.
Right on.
It's going to be a live show.
And we will
it's going to be live on the air. Special guests, special hosts. So we're going to be kicking that live for folks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll have regular folks like, we'll have folks like the Luke Mons and Brother Sunjata and Rosa and Dr. CBS coming on when they can, make it happen. But we figured that it's a lot of bullshit morning shows out there. Yep, I said it. You know what I'm saying? And we about to come through with something brand new. And we're gonna crush the buildings. And we're gonna be very offensive. So if you think that out the gate, who said they not?
I don't consider anything we say in service of our people offensive.
Hey, Rosa, I'm gonna tell y'all like this right here. Rosa gonna be like, if there are no Puerto Ricans, we gonna fuck y'all up. That's what she gonna say.
No, not black, Afro. I don't want no white Puerto Ricans up in here.
Wait.
Very
Whoa. This show sounds racist, y'all. You about to get
Reverse racist.
It's reverse racist.
okay. We got academics, maniacs, and all kinds of folks up here.
See, this is why we need all the support, because everything gonna be in the yellow lane or throttled elsewhere. You see how it is. That's why we need the membership.
That means we got to trot a few revolutionary whites on for affirmative action so we can get our ad money up. Just a couple, not too many. Just enough.
How about we have some white slaves just to to make sure that we have the reparations in order, maybe? Yes.
Oh Lord. And plus, the morning show is going to also feature Kalonji doing the weather.
We can be interns.
That's right.
They can be unpaid interns.
Okay. All right. Indentured servants. That's cool.
We getting struck on the first night. He got that right.
Hey man, like I said, and like I started off, rest in peace to my man Rush Limbaugh. You know what I'm saying? We really, we're happy that you're gone. And keep hell hot for the rest of these capitalists.
That's right. We come right behind you.
We good. Oh man.
Now look. Oh well.
I volunteer as tribute. Did y'all see that?
What happened?
Someone said I volunteer. Put that back up.
Wait, what happened?
One of the comments said I volunteer as tribute.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate it.
Gary.
That's right. We got a John Brown in the audience. That's what we need.
Oh wow.
Yes.
More John Brown.
That's hilarious.
Hey, they got the cheese.
To be calling, right?
Anyway.
Chairman Fred Hampton is doing his show right now. And Mike Africa got a podcast, and so did Chris Smalls. I'm trying some sisters also, but those are, oh my God. We need to get Hiram Rivera on. He don't like to be in a camera on this, but Hiram Rivera, he's going to hate that I'm doing this. I don't care. You want to talk about Puerto Rican and repping who he is and his analysis? Hiram, you need to be on the show for real.
I think we reaching out to Felipe Luciano as well. So, I know he's looking for a show. So that might be a good mix right there.
Word.
Hey, the first of all, I'm glad you mentioned him. I just want to say very quickly, in a brief moment of seriousness, that I think if it has been great to see all these Renegade Culture episodes showing up on the channel. Some I've already seen and heard, including the one with Brother Luciano, and of course the new one with Jalil Muttaqeen. I mean, you all, anyway, I just wanted, I just think that's dope. So people should just go make sure they check them out if they haven't already, and or see them again.
Yeah, I want to say, for all the people that haven't ever watched Renegade Culture, we definitely make sure we give you some medicine with some candy around it. We always having a good time joking, blah, blah, blah. But we have a segment called hip hopstery, where we give you a rundown of architects in the hip hop game, give you their history. We also do all types of stuff. We bring singers on, rappers. We do music. We do commentary. We give you everything. So y'all gotta check out those episodes. We got a lot more coming for you.
Yeah.
Right on. And I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here, but I think Dr. CBS and I discussed earlier how Renegade Culture Studios should be nominated for the first live post-COVID, Black Power Media party, real launch, live in-person launch. We might have to just invade the studio.
Everybody come down to Atlanta. Post-COVID.
Sounds like a road trip.
I know.
Yeah.
And I post-COVID on all in one place. They can't handle that.
And then I mean, I'm trying to get like Kalonji's mom's breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm trying to get the good home cooking and whatnot. Like crash up on the couch.
Hey yo, for the folks that's listening,
if you like Eggo waffles, yeah.
Hey, be careful. She might pull like curtain and say, "Who's talking about me?"
Hey, yo, listen. For those of you that don't watch the show, Kamal's an idiot. Him and the ear doctor always talking about my mom's house. I don't live with my mom. I actually live with the ear doctor's mom. But anyway.
Oh, they talking about mamas.
Hey, shout out to my mom. My mom turns 70 tomorrow on the real. You know what I mean?
Right on. Happy birthday.
Hey, shout out to my mom. I'm sorry. My mom got into an MFA program today, one of her top choices. So shout out to, Mama Last Dope Intellectual. Wait, thank you. That's the air horn too. But anyway, as you were.
Hold on. I like that. I like how Dr. CBS gonna cut my mama off. And I'm talking about my mama. My mama just got in the MFA program. Don't do that.
No talk about your mama already, man.
I said as you were when I was done.
Okay, thank you. Whoa.
Hey, will there be podcast content? By the way, I think there will be. And all these shows most of these shows already get audio formatted, and will continue to. But anyway,
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a dope program. I mean, a dope network. We're looking forward to it. Again, all jokes aside, definitely honored. You know what I mean? I personally respect all of these folks up here, and many of the folks that I see that are in the message side, on the message side of things right now. I didn't realize for a while that thing was going on because I couldn't see it on my because I had the screen blown up. But there's a lot of dope people on board. And, we're looking forward to rocking with y'all, man, and add on. You have show ideas, anybody that wants to intern, things of that nature, hit us up.
Wait, who is Dr. Freeze? Is Dr. Freeze Kalanji because he keeps freezing?
I think that's Kalanji, yeah.
Wait, who said that? Who said? Hold on.
Because it is Kalanji right here, man.
Wait. Who said that so I can go ahead and really get busy on it? You know what I'm saying? I got jokes, so don't get it started.
I don't know if you can see the screen. Motif Satori, if I'm saying that correctly.
Motif Satori, where you at?
Hey, fax it to him. He'll get it.
Anyway, shout out to Motif Satori. I'm not sure who you are, but don't get involved with that. But anyway, it's gonna be a great joint. So we're looking forward to really rocking with y'all.
Right on. I mean, anybody else? I don't know what you all want to do, how long you want to go. Anybody got anything pressing they want to make sure we get out, get alerted? Any requests, any suggestions, any announcements? I mean, we've already, I don't know. It's been pretty hot.
Yeah. Tune in.
Yeah.
Watch the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely tune in, like, share, subscribe, all of those good things. I think all those other suggestions have been made have been great. Get people to send that you want to see us work with. Put us in touch, including people that want to help build, support all the different projects. If you want to work with any of these particular shows, editing, all that kind of stuff. Everybody, we find room for everybody. But anyway, any last words from anybody?
Yeah,
it's like my classes. Tune in. All right. Well, look. Well, I appreciate you all. I'm very excited about all of this. I thank all of my new colleagues and comrades. I thank all of these good folks who tuned in tonight to support this, and I look forward to what all comes next. And from my point of view, like Fred Hampton used to say to you, we say peace if you're willing to fight for it. That's right. So peace, everybody. And we'll catch you in the whirlwind. Catch you next time. Stay tuned. Black Power Media and all that good stuff. And we out. Thanks, everybody.
Down.
Take us out, Ear Doctor. Take us out.
Take us out, Ear Doctor. Yeah.
Minister Server, what's good? Ricky Ryan, I see y'all out there. We just playing instrumentals, chilling. Thank y'all for all tuning in. I see you, Al Unique. Who else we got? He said he want freestyle. That's cool with me. We BPM, we lock to D. That means down. We round town, round the world, round the country. Doing our thing, see? All right, let's go. Here we go. Keep it going, yo. Matter of fact, we're gonna do it like this. Yo, when you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my head as just chit chatter. You might think it's egotistical. Come on. Keep it going. MC Light, y'all. Then we're gonna do it like this. Yes, it's the start of my last jam. Here it is again, another Def Jam. So consider me a new jack. We're gonna keep this on. Y'all out there still listening, freestyling, listening, having a good time. Listen, this is what we're gonna do, Black Hip, right here on Black Power Media. Word up. RIP to MF Doom. April Taylor, what's good? I see you out there. Everybody out there rocking. Big up to Arrow. I see you out there. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Salute. Stay tuned.